Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight. Hurricane Harvey and its aftermath continue to ravage the city of Houston tonight. Thousands have been forced to flee their homes to escape flooding caused by rainfall levels that have been measured at 35 inches or more.
These kids need help.
I mean, they're soaked to the bone.
They're completely soaked.
The water was just gushing in. Yeah.
A couple of people with boats, and we want to see if we can get them to come, at least get my mom.
Yeah.
Come get her out.
We didn't think help was coming until you guys came.
It was about 5 a.m. 1 minute, everything was fine, but we could see the water was really high. The next minute, it's rushing in through every door we had.
I'm bedridden. There's water in all the beds in the house. We've lost every strip of furniture, every couch, everything.
What does it mean to see all these people coming out with the boats and just everybody just coming together to do this?
Texas pride. Texas pride. That's all I can say.
President Trump had this to say about the flooding in Texas in advance of a planned visit to the area on Tuesday.
We are one American family. We hurt together. We struggle together. And believe me, we endure together. We are one family. To the people of Texas and Louisiana, we are 100% with you. We're praying for you. We're working closely with your leaders and officials.
Fox correspondent Steve Harrigan is in Rosenberg, Texas for us tonight. He joins us now. Steve, what's it like?
Tucker, officials in suburbs all around Houston are telling people get out while you can. That's because this rain, which is coming in sideways right now, just hasn't stopped. 9 inches here in the past 24 hours alone. It is flooding roads, but even worse than that, you can see this giant sinkhole behind me. That's been getting bigger by the hour. There are real questions about the basic structure of some of these smaller bridges. Will they hold up? The shelters, 10 of them here in this county alone, are filling up quickly. They've even turned furniture stores into shelters. People are arriving wet and cold. A call is out for doctors, nurses, and baby formula. People are calling for help by hanging sheets or towels on their houses. They're calling 911. They're also using social media. Messages like "Save me" with their address. The evacuation, 7 neighborhoods here in all, have gone from voluntary to mandatory as the water level here continues to rise. Tucker, back to you.
Steve Harrigan, thanks for that. Trace Gallagher is in the Woodlands, Texas. That's just north of Houston. He joins us now. Trace, you there?
Tucker, about 50 miles north of where Steve Harrigan is, and the rain is coming down here as well. If you look across the street, you can see the water actually rushing and rising at the same time. We were just watching a group of people walk over here to this convenience store, and they were about chest high in water. And then over here, they're about to shut down one of the major arteries that goes into Houston. This is I-45, and you can see traffic going north is fine, but you want to go into Houston, it is not going to happen. We have also learned that in just the past couple of hours, they have mandatory evacuations about 20 miles north of us in Conroe. They're very concerned about a river up there overflowing its banks, which is certainly no surprise because in Harris County, Houston and surrounding Harris County, all 22 watersheds are bursting at the seams. Too much water. They're trying to let it go, but they've got to let it go in a way that they don't flood more homes. We should know there are reports from a local affiliate that a van with a family of 6 got washed away. We called the sheriff's office. We're trying to get some confirmation on that report. It has not yet happened, but the Associated Press just minutes ago updated the death toll now to 3. That is expected to rise, and we are told there are still some people missing, but the rain comes down. They keep telling us it's going to get easier, it's going to get lighter. So far, we just haven't seen it. Tucker.
Doesn't seem that way. Trace Gallagher outside Houston, thanks for that. Well, the situation in Texas, Houston specifically, could be far worse without heroic rescue efforts, some of which are ongoing tonight. Danya Davis was evacuated from the city by boat. She joins us now by Skype. Danya, can you tell us what happened?
We were with a couple of families over off North Braeswood and watching the waters. Thought we could get out in time to come to our house in West University were not told to evacuate. The house is not flooded in 7 years. We've had several rains that high. Tried to get out with the street showing, the curb not covered. About 20 minutes later when we left, the water was over the hood of my car about 100 yards out from the house.
Whoa.
So we pulled over, called our friends. They waded over to us, got my kids out of the car. We abandoned the car. We're at the house about 4:30 in the morning. Water started pouring in the front door. And got all the kids to the second level, stayed there, and waited for rescue. Posted something on Facebook for someone to send us a boat. And as luck would have it, we did have some friends that came and rescued us by boat.
That's amazing.
That's where I met your reporter. There were 5 children and 5 adults and a dog that were rescued.
That's incredible. So your power stayed on even though the house was flooded?
We powered off the downstairs AC and left the upstairs power on. So yes, we were lucky to have power and phone charging and iPads for the children.
Amazing. Where'd the boat take you?
It took us to 610 in Beach Nut, which is just inside the loop where the FEMA boats were launching. And one of our workmates was on the other side of 610 in his truck ready to take us wherever we needed to go. We couldn't get anywhere inside the city where I live 3 miles away. So he took us to his house in Sienna Plantation, which we all know as the night went on, that area was a mandatory evacuation as well. So we had refuge in a dry land for a night and drove on the sidewalks with 10 people in the truck back to our side of town, 59, which was clear. So we were very lucky to get home about midday today.
What a disaster. Water pouring in the front door. That's not something you expect when you live in a big city like Houston. That's amazing. Donnie, we're glad you're back. Thank you for that.